Ahead on this special edition of Apple Valley News Now, people trying to fly out of the Tri-Cities this morning spent some time with delays. We'll tell you what kept them waiting. A Kennewick man has been arrested for trying to escape from officers and is accused of hitting one of them with his car. We'll show you video from the scene. And we are highlighting a local law enforcement partnership working to track down online predators. Coming up, some of the challenges investigators face when they're dealing with this type of crime.
Cold, chilly, and foggy conditions now add an air stagnation advisory. We've got a lot to talk about in your First Alert full weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now, special edition, on your side.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Much of the area has been struggling with those foggy conditions over the last few days. It sounds like it may be sticking around for a while. The fog has kept first responders and law enforcement busy over the holiday weekend. It became the thickest after the sun goes down and has been blamed for multiple crashes. Washington State Trooper Chris Thorson says when it comes to the fog, drivers need to slow down and pay attention because there's not much else you can do to deal with it.
If you do experience fog and it is below 32 degrees, keep in mind that that might freeze over the pavement. Typically what's the worst driving conditions in eastern Washington? Freezing rain, number one, freezing fog, which we saw this morning, and then also heavy snowfall.
And authorities say if visibility is low, just consider staying home until the conditions improve. When they have to respond to crashes, it's difficult for first responders to see as well as they're working on the scene. And the fog was the biggest reason many flights out of the Tri-Cities this morning were delayed by more than a few hours. Airlines in and out of the airport say there simply wasn't enough visibility for pilots to take off and land safely. Travelers who got to the airport found their flights pushed back, but as the day went on, the fog did start to clear, even if it was only for a short period of time.
We're in that time of year where if the temperature's around 30 degrees, that fog just sits and lays in on us until it warms up. There's not much we can do except ride it out and hope it goes away.
Now, the Tri-Cities Airport is also seeing its parking lots start to open up again. The busy holiday traffic stuffed parking lots full, but Taft, who you just heard from there, says they were able to help people who needed to find a parking spot. Delays were also not uncommon around the country as the Thanksgiving holiday weekend came to a close. More than 7,000 flights were delayed Sunday, with 46 cancellations, according to the FlightAware website. AAA reported 55.4 million Americans traveled for the weekend. That's a 2.3% hike from last year. Now, the agency says nearly 5 million flew to their destination. So how long can we expect this fog to stick around in our region? Stacey Lee joins us now with your First Alert weather forecast.
Well, unfortunately, I wish I had the crystal ball to tell you that, but we are still seeing widespread fog, heavy fog. It hasn't even lifted really at all. About a quarter of a mile visibility all day long in the Walla Walla area. We're up to 2 miles of visibility now in the Tri-Cities. We are down to that 0 or quarter mile. If you look at my scale above here, Pendleton also socked in with fog, and we'll continue to see that for the next couple of days anyway. Here's a peek outside on our Legends Casino Skycam. It's 29 degrees right now. That humidity at 92%. That's all that moisture hanging out in the air, and temperatures are below freezing. So again, that moisture landing on the roadways could cause slick conditions. We also added now an air stagnation advisory. We're tracking poor air quality for the next few days. This is in place now till 11 a.m. on Thursday, and also that dense freezing fog in the area. So again, lots to talk about. Look at these temps tonight. Chilly, teens and 20s as we go through your evening. So look for those cloudy skies, fog and freezing fog in some areas. Air stagnation, air quality going to be an issue for the next few days, and those below average temperatures are staying with us at least through Friday, and I'll get to more details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Now to an update of an Amber Alert out of West Richland. Authorities say the teen who disappeared from Pasco on November 24th has now been found. West Richland Police Department says the teen was found safe in King County and is now being interviewed by investigators. They say they hope to reunite the teen with her family soon. At this time, there's no information on if anyone has been arrested in connection with that case. Local police are partnering with other agencies around the region and with federal law enforcement to track down online predators targeting children and teens. Richland Police lead the Southeast Region Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, or ICAC, here in the Tri-Cities. Commander Damon Jansen says partnering with other law enforcement agencies gives them a wider reach to be able to respond to this type of crime.
With internet predators, you have no idea where they are. They could be local in our jurisdiction. They could be from a different country. Some of them are pretty obvious when you take a look at them, and others you would never suspect them if they're standing right next to you. And so some of those are the challenges that we deal with.
Now, while police are working to track down predators, there are steps you can take to make sure that the children in your life don't become victims. We're going to talk more about that coming up on Apple Valley News Now after Monday Night Football. A Walla Walla family is getting assistance from the Red Cross after a house fire on Thanksgiving Day. Fire crews from Walla Walla Fire Stations 1 and 2 were called out to a home in the 600 block of Chase Avenue. When firefighters got to the scene, they say flames and heavy smoke were coming from the basement. They say while everybody got out of the house safely, 2 people were taken to the hospital to get treatment for smoke inhalation. Investigators say the fire started after materials were placed too close to a portable heater. A Kennewick man was arrested Saturday after authorities say he tried to run from officers, then allegedly hit one of them with his getaway car. 38-year-old David Caton was arrested on suspicion of assault, eluding, identity theft, resisting arrest, and other charges. Kennewick police say they spotted a car they recognized as one that Caton drives at a local motel parking lot on Clearwater Avenue. Caton was wanted, and when they tried to arrest him, police say he took off from the parking lot and hit an officer. Caton was arrested a short time later with help from the Benton County Sheriff's Office. The condition of the officer who was hit is not yet known. In your headlines around the world, Idaho is asking the Supreme Court to allow its strict abortion law to go into effect while the appeals process plays out. Idaho's Defense of Life Act is a near total ban on abortion. It also would allow prosecution of doctors who perform the procedure. However, the only exception is if the life of the mother is at risk. The Justice Department sued Idaho and claimed that a provision of a federal Medicare preempts the state law in emergency rooms. A district judge blocked the abortion ban from being enforced in emergencies, but a federal appeals court put that ruling on hold pending appeal. That hold was later lifted. In your consumer headlines tonight, President Biden is launching the White House Council on Supply Chain Resilience. Biden says it's an effort to keep the pandemic-era consumer goods shortage from ever happening again and a way to keep the supply chain strong. The council is made up of senior White House officials and cabinet members. Biden also says he's invoking the Defense Production Act amid drug shortages. The move will permit $35 million of investments in the manufacturing of key medicines. It was a holiday weekend for the record books as Americans have been packing into airports, jostling at checkouts, and loading up their online shopping carts. Mike Valerio breaks down all those broken records.
Or they're taking off, or checking out. Americans were setting records over the Thanksgiving holiday.
The Thanksgiving holiday period always has the busiest travel day of the entire year for us.
Thank you. The Transportation Security Administration says Sunday was the busiest day at U.S. airports ever. Yes, ever. With more than 2.9 million passengers screened at TSA checkpoints nationwide, 10% higher than the equivalent day last year.
Airports are very busy, flights are full, travel is back in the United States.
From the skies to the stores.
It's really the Super Bowl for the businesses and merchants.
Amped up Americans were spending big on Black Friday to the tune of an estimated $9.8 billion, with sales made from mobile devices accounting for more than half of all purchases.
The heroes here seem to be the U.S. consumer. They are strong and resilient, and they're buying.
While the early morning storefront stampede may be a thing of the past, brick and mortar visits were up 4.6% over last year, according to Sensormatic Solutions. Some shoppers looking to maintain tradition.
One of my favorite activities is going out and Black Friday shopping with my mom when I come home.
And some willing to go the distance to get discounts.
I got up at 1 a.m. this morning because it's like a 2-hour drive.
But the spending spree isn't over yet. Adobe Analytics predicts consumers will shell out $12 billion today, cashing in on Cyber Monday deals, which would set another retail record for the books. In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
Now here's one bit of good news about holiday spending. Prices at the gas pump aren't really adding to the burden. The price of gas has been falling for 60 consecutive days, according to AAA. The current national average price of regular gas is down 27 cents per gallon from a month ago to $3.25 a gallon. A giant U.S. automaker is recalling more than 250,000 vehicles because of a serious injury risk to drivers and passengers. Honda is recalling nearly 304,000 Honda Accords and HR-Vs over an issue with seatbelts. This is for cars made between October 4th of 2022 and October 14th of 2023. The seatbelts have a missing rivet that prevents people from flying forward in the event of a crash. And that missing piece, of course, could put you at greater risk of injury. So to see if your vehicle needs repair, you can put in your vehicle information on Honda's recall website. Now, taking a look outside in the Tri-Cities, we are seeing a lot of fog in the area, and we're talking about possibly freezing fog overnight. When that could change, coming up in your full First Alert weather forecast. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we take a look at the life and legacy of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter as her Celebration of Life Memorial gets underway.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
It's fine. It is! It's fine! No, it's fine.
Bachelor in Paradise, Thursday night at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar December 7th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%. Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one. Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for dimly lit restaurants. Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-931-3546 or visit tryeyecandy.com. That's 1-800-931-3546. Order now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It is a day of remembrance for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, her longtime husband, former President Jimmy Carter, their family, and members of the public, gathering in Atlanta today for ceremonies honoring her life. Alex Perche has the latest.
An emotional start to a 3-day celebration of life for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died last week at the age of 96. A motorcade carrying her body in a flower-draped casket headed to the Carter Center in Atlanta.
For the Carter Center's mission of waging peace, fighting disease, and building hope, Mrs. Carter was a force multiplier. Her compassion, her ability to connect, her political savvy was something that helped build the support.
Kathy Cade was an aide to Mrs. Carter for decades and is vice chair at the Carter Center. She spoke to ABC about Rosalynn's legacy.
Rosalynn Carter had a determination to make a difference with her life and with the opportunities she had to use the influence that came with those opportunities.
Rosalynn Carter lived a life of faith and service. She would tell people she felt her purpose was to help create a more caring society.
We've been blessed to be able to travel the world almost. Living with Jimmy Carter has been an adventure.
A champion for mental health issues and equal opportunities for women, she was also known as her husband's most trusted advisor, nicknamed the Steel Magnolia for her tact and ability to put people at ease.
It spoke to her inner strength and her persistence, her determination to do whatever project she had set her mind to. But it also spoke to the fact that for her, civility, kindness, caring for others was all part of her Southern heritage.
That was ABC's Alex Prochet reporting. Now, the former president's grandson says former President Jimmy Carter does plan to attend tomorrow's memorial, and then there will be a family funeral on Wednesday. President Biden will miss the opening of the Global Climate Summit in Dubai this week. When questioned, the White House denied that the Israel-Hamas conflict has anything to do with Biden's announced absence in Dubai. Special Envoy John Kerry and White House Climate Advisor Ali Zaidi will be attending, among other U.S. leaders. Chinese President Xi Jinping has also announced that he is not planning to attend. The two countries recently announced a major climate agreement to jointly reduce their planet-warming pollution. A new analysis and maps from a NOAA climate scientist show snowfall declining globally. According to the data, there has been a 2.7% decline in annual global snowfall since 1973. It's the most notable in the area north of the tropics and south of the Arctic, where most of the world's population resides. What's the biggest concern? The impact on water supplies from snowpack melting. Scientists blame rising temperatures from human-caused climate change.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's talk about those temperatures around the area tonight. It's a chilly one out there. We're warmer right now in Yakima, way warmer than we are in Tri-Cities. Look at the difference there. 37 right now in Yakima, 29 Tri-Cities, even colder in Walla Walla at 27. And again, those temperatures will continue to drop. The cold weather due to the fog. We've been socked in all day. Sunlight has not been able to reach through the eastern portion of our region. In fact, we're 7 degrees cooler right now in Tri-Cities than we were 24 hours ago. About the same in Pendleton, 2 degrees cooler right now in Walla Walla, 3 degrees cooler in Ellensburg. Let's peek outside. Legends Casino Skycam, 29 degrees, cloudy skies, the fog just hanging out, humidity at 92%, our sunset at 4:14. So overall, been a very chilly day, and we'll continue to see that ridge of low pressure sitting out on the coast, that Arctic air dropping down from Canada, bringing in the low clouds and fog, as you can see, mainly across the eastern portion of the state. But we are going to see that fog pretty much on the whole east side of Washington state. Now, temperature-wise, we stay chilly, well below a good 10 degrees or more below the average in Tri-Cities, at least through Thursday. And we'll start to see a gradual warm-up heading into the weekend, although not that warm, but yeah, getting above average there on Sunday, staying below the average of 44 in Yakima through the rest of the week, and then that gradual incline beginning on Saturday into Sunday. Now, this was issued earlier today, air stagnation advisory. All the area in gray here with poor air quality. We have low visibility due to the low clouds and fog. You could see visibility down to a quarter mile or less in some areas. So mainly if you're sensitive, have lung conditions or heart conditions, you might want to limit your time outdoors. Air quality not terrible, but we are seeing a big swing here in the moderate zone in the Tri-Cities down to Hermiston, Toppenish, and Yakima. Walla Walla and Dayton looking okay this evening, but this will continue to be a problem and probably get worse. So unless heat, fire or wood or pellets are your only source of heat, you might want to avoid burning a fire for the next couple of days as well to keep our air quality as good as possible. Patchy fog, freezing fog tonight, temperatures in the teens and 20s. We're down to 19 for Prosser and Tri-Cities, 21 Walla Walla, overnight in Yakima, 20 degrees, 19 for Ellensburg. Let's take a look at those daytime highs tomorrow. Foggy, chilly, and cold. Again, below the average. We're in the 30s pretty much all through the area, close to 40 in Dayton, 39 degrees there, probably kind of warm. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Look for those cloudy, overcast conditions through the Tri-Cities. Look at that start at 8 o'clock. Bus stop, chilly temperatures. Want to definitely bundle up. You need those hats, scarves, and gloves tomorrow. Out the door at 8 o'clock, 22 in Yakima. Very chilly day there. And as you see, we have barely any wind at all to blow out the stagnant air. So unfortunately, that will continue to be a problem. 23 out the door. Walla Walla in Hermiston, we'll see 24 degrees at 8, only just hitting the freezing level at noon and 4. So very cold conditions. So Again, bundle up, drive slowly, take a little extra time. Make sure you have your low beam lights, not your high beams on in the fog, and then be prepared for maybe some slick conditions, especially over bridges and overpasses. So lots more to get to. Your 7-day planning forecast is on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, the Spud Nut Shop in Richland set the bar high for Small Business Saturday, all in an effort to raise some extra money for its staff. So, did they hit their goal? The update next.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Jack, the data shows that people love our more flavorful Ultimate Cheeseburgers.
Show me the data. So the data's good.
The data's real good.
Well, honestly, it's the best data I've ever had. My best-selling Ultimate Cheeseburgers, seasoned as they grill.
NFC North foes meet again. DJ Moore and the Bears are on the hunt for a win. Can Joshua Dobbs and the Vikings continue their improbable run? Bears-Vikings on ABC.
One good round deserves another at Zentel Creek Golf Club in Kennewick. Stay warm inside with state-of-the-art golf simulators, or book banquet space for your next family or professional event. Weekends liven up with select live music events throughout the season. Go to zentelcreek.com to find the list of live music options and make reservations for golf, dinner, drinks, and fun all year round.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-795-1262. That's 800-795-1262. Again, 800-795-1262.
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. Get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. If you order right now, you can double the offer and just pay a separate fee. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. Here's how to order.
Mizuru tweets, confession, I really like Jack in the Box Tiny Tacos. My crunchy tiny tacos with creamy avocado lime sauce? There's a lot to like. I have a confession too. One time, I've been advised to stop talking. Tiny tacos, get them regular or loaded.
Welcome back. We have a follow-up on a story you've been following for the last few days. The Spud Nut Shop in Richland says it made its goal of 500 dozen donuts for Small Business Saturday. The shop owners tell us they sold 463 dozen pre-orders. Then on Saturday, they tapped out at a total of 503 dozen sold. Now, the money from those orders is being divided up among the 10 employees at the Spud Nut Shop. For a little extra money this holiday season, the shop says all of you made it possible. Now, the EPA is granting the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation over $900,000 to update and overhaul its recycling program. The grant will allow the tribe to replace and upgrade its recycling equipment and to expand awareness of the program. This can be done through tribal education, with the main focus on culturally sensitive recycling options, and the money is made available by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, as well as the EPA's National Recycling Strategy. We're going to take a final look at your forecast when we come right back.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Our state has changed a lot in the last 140 years. We know because MultiCare has been here, guided by a single purpose, making our communities healthier. That comes from making courageous decisions, partnering with local communities to grow programs and services, and expanding healthcare access to those who need it most. Together, we're building a healthier future. MultiCare.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Thursday night, it's the big finale of The Golden Bachelor. Make plans to be at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar as Apple Valley News Now hosts the official Golden Bachelor watch party. Awesome food and drinks, plus enter to win great prizes as the first season of The Golden Bachelor wraps up. It's the official Golden Bachelor watch party, Thursday night at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar in Columbia Center. From Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar, Active for Life, and Apple Valley News Now.
You need a fan, but they're bulky, awkward, and never put the breeze exactly where you want it. Introducing My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell, the compact cordless fan that unfolds into your own personal wind machine and extends to nearly 4 feet high. Its lightweight, portable design makes it easier than ever to have a targeted breeze anywhere. Plus, this whisper-quiet fan has 3 separate speeds, making personalizing your comfort a breeze. My Fold-Away Fan's rechargeable lithium battery lasts up to 10 hours, and it has enough power to blast a breeze to the other side of this room. Its unique telescoping stand allows you to place it on the floor, so the breeze will reach anywhere with ease. Then the whole thing folds away for easy storage. Get My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell for just 2 payments of $19.99. It comes with the USB cable to make charging fast and easy. My Fold-Away Fan. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-349-4196. That's 1-800-349-4196 or go to myfoldawayfan.com.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at the forecast. Stacey, it's cold up. We're bundled up a little bit, even in here.
This is like a really heavy coat. It is chilly out there, and that cold weather is going to continue. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast in Yakima. Look at the burr.
Accurate.
Those overnight lows in the teens and 20s in the daytime, well, it just doesn't get much warmer. And then take a look beginning Friday through Monday. We have active weather headed our way. We could even see a little rain mixed with snow in the Yakima area. Probably overnight Thursday into Friday. Rain showers as we do start to warm up a little bit back to our average. So again, that dicey. We are going to look for a potential pretty big snowstorm coming to the Cascades this weekend. And get excited because most of the ski resorts are supposed to open on Friday. So they need that snow. Let's take a look at the freezing fog though we're dealing with here in the lower elevations. Tri-Cities, very cold at those teens and 20s again. Slight chance of rain on Friday. It looks like more rain showers for the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities area rather than rain mixed with snow. But those temperatures overnight are pretty cold. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. More fog, freezing fog, and wet weather on the way. So get ready for it. Oh my goodness, it's here.
Bundle up and drive slow, right?
There you go. Take it easy.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn things over to Monday Night Football, but we will be back for you after the game with a special primetime edition of Apple Valley News Now.